Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Robert's Model Garage. I'm excited to have all you guys back here with me, ready to continue on this amazing journey. Today we're going to be going over a little bit on how to manipulate tiny parts. We all know that whenever it comes to these small parts that they sometimes can be an extreme pain. But I'm going to show you exactly what to do and how to do it when it comes to these tinier parts. At least my way of doing things. I know a lot of modelers have little tips and tricks of their own. This is kind of just like my input of what I found is the best and easiest way to handle these tinier parts. We're also going to be going over the Civic today, the progress on the wide body Civic. Really excited how far it's came so far. Also, we have a new model kit that we are going to unbox. It is going to be my official ACME build, and I have a projected image of how I want it to look. But before we get too much into that, let's cue the intro. Alright guys, so today, before we head over to the bench, I'm just going to go ahead and show you my ACME build for this year. Super excited. It is the as we all know, it's at Hobby Lobby. It's the 1989 Toyota Supra. Kind of was iffy about this kit. I didn't really know. I didn't really have an image in my head of what I wanted this to look like. I just knew that I wanted it because I'm a tuner and JDM fan. I was kind of bouncing between this and doing the R34 GTR Skyline for ACME, but since I just did the R32 Skyline, I wanted to kind of switch it up, do something a little bit different. So this is the kit right here. Grab it.
Ew!
And y'all probably seen this at Hobby Lobby. This is the 1989 Toyota Supra. We're going to be doing some modification to this. We're definitely going to be running some aftermarket wheels on this. We're going to do a different engine, thinking about doing an RB26. I'm not too familiar on what motor comes in this car from back in the day. If you know, put a comment down below. I would love to know exactly what motor comes in this car. That'd be greatly appreciated. But yeah, this is going to be our ACME build for 2026. Super excited about this. I'm actually going to post a picture here. But yeah, super excited. Can't wait. It's going to be pretty sick. I'm really excited. So yeah, that's going to be our ACME build. We also have actually, let's go ahead and head to the bench. Alright guys, so here at the bench, we're going to be going over a couple little things first on what will make our lives and really your lives a lot easier dealing with these tinier parts. This is just kind of my aspect or what I've learned through talking to other people and kind of doing stuff on my own, what works best for me. If you haven't, this is one of the things. Get you one of these 3x3 trays. Comes in like a pack, I think of like 10 or 12 of them. You can get them at Hobby Lobby, Amazon, pretty much anywhere that sells paint. They have some kind of carrier, and this works good. Like if you want to use, which we're going to be showing another one of these tricks, but if you wanted to use a toothpick, right, instead of trying to, you know, stick some on there, you pour a little bit inside of one of these containers, and then you can actually use the toothpick to scoop out a little dot for whatever you need. So these things are super handy. I also use them for my which you'll see on the Civic here shortly, the glazing and spot putty. This is Bondo. I usually get this stuff at Walmart or Lowe's. You can buy them on Amazon too. I believe this one actually I did buy on Amazon. It was a 2-pack, and I can't exactly remember how much it was, but I know it was very inexpensive. But it's also good for that because you can pour some of that in there. Use whatever you need to scoop it out. We're going to be going over another thing that's also good for helping with that spot putty and stuff. But yeah, get you one of these trays, guys. They really help you out in the long run. Another thing, get you a good set of cotton swabs, ear swabs, whatever you want to call these. This is actually the round tip on both sides. You can get these obviously at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, and they're fairly cheap for like a pack of like 500. I believe it's like $3 or $4. So no need to go to Amazon unless you're trying to get some, you know, the ones that have the pointy tip on one end and the round on the other, or even Hobby Lobby has the pointy tip on both sides. And I actually have, so you guys can see, I have, these are the ones from Hobby Lobby. So these are the ones with the pointy tip on both ends, and they, yes, they are cotton, but they have kind of a rigid edge. They do really good for laying down decals, kind of holding the decal down while you're trying to sweep it away. And then I'll usually grab the rounded softer brush to kind of burnish that decal. Same thing with the bare metal foil. These work really good with the bare metal foil, but for the most part, I use the round heads for the bare metal foil. And we'll actually be coming out with a video here shortly on how to do bare metal foil for anybody. I hear a lot of people are intimidated by bare metal foil, and I can tell you right now that I've only used it once, and it was fairly easy. So I know it won't be easy for most people, but I at least want to come out with a video to kind of break it down and make it easier for those people who struggle with bare metal foil. And I'll tell you one thing, if I can do it, you can do it. Another thing, so I actually bought 2 separate packs, so I have a bunch of them, but these are actually silicone heads, and I'll show you one. I use this one a lot. So these are silicone heads, okay? They're just, like I said, silicone. And I use these for the putty. Oh, wherever I put it. I don't know where I put my putty at. Oh, it's right there in front of my face. So I'll take my container, put some putty down in there, and then I will use the silicone head. I like the flathead ones just because they're, if you're trying to get into like a 90-degree corner somewhere and you need to get in that, like in that crevice, this does perfect with that. So yeah, I'll get a little bit on here, dab it in here, and that way I can get in those easy to reach places. And they have all kinds of tips. I mean, you've got curved cones, you've got ones that go at an angle. I mean, they just have ones that go at a point. They just have a lots of different varieties of different ones that you can choose from. So I highly suggest that. You can get these. I actually bought these. They sell them now at Hobby Lobby. You can also, I believe, the paint section or the beauty section in Hobby Lobby sells these as well. But you can also get them from Amazon, or really, I mean, common sense, anywhere that you can find them. I keep bumping into the camera. I don't know what's wrong with me today. Another thing is a good set of tweezers. I believe in past videos I've talked about this, but I have multiple different sets. As you can see, they're all in here, from really pointy fine tip ones to curved ones. They also have the ones that close on themselves. As you can tell, I've used this for paint, but they actually close on themselves. So you press in to open and release to close it, and it'll actually hold that part for you. They have the round tip ones. I use that a lot just because they have the grips, the teeth on the inside, so they're good at grabbing things. So really just a good set of tweezers. It goes a long way. Also, let me put these away. A good X-Acto knife. And I actually got this one from Hobby Lobby. You can order these same ones on Amazon. I mainly like these because they have this little wing on the side. So if your table is at a slant, that wing prevents it from rolling off the table and stabbing yourself in the leg. My leg! Or something. We all know that Robert's prone to cutting himself, so we just want to avoid that at all costs. But that, and really getting an assortment of number 11 blades. You can get them on Amazon. I'll actually put a link in the description of the packs I usually buy. I believe they're packs of 200 on Amazon, and they're fairly cheap. So good number 11 blade, good set of tweezers. I've actually tried this out, and originally I was told that, so these are actually wax tip, and they help you with picking up parts and holding them while you paint them or glue them, like go to grab it so you can put it wherever you need on the model. But I've been told after, I haven't used this yet, but after about 8 or 10 times, the wax or the stickiness kind of goes away. Even no matter how many times you try to wash it, it only works a couple more times. So it's kind of turned me off with this. I would say it's a cool tool to have, and if it works for you, it works. But just for me, I'm gonna try it out for a little while and be able to see if this actually works or not. I also have another X-Acto knife. This actually I got from Walmart. This came in a kit, and this actually has multiple blades, and I'll actually show you if I can find, yeah, here it is. So, I mean, the kit that this comes in, ignore these are the packs I buy in at Amazon, the number 11s, but that's what the kit comes with. I mean, anywhere from like saw blades to, they got a couple chisel heads. See right there, there's a chisel head there. They got a bunch of different options that comes with these little kits from Walmart. And you can find those in the tool section at Walmart, and as you can tell, it's hyper tough, so definitely Walmart. But I have yet to use this, but I know for a fact I'm going to need to use that chisel blade, but I feel like it's going to come in handy a lot, so kind of excited about that. It's a good tool to have just in case you ever need it. Another good thing is a pair of pliers. These are my needle nose. I also have wide tip ones, also cutters. I've got about 4 or 5 of these cutters, but I have anywhere from the fine tip ones to the really beefy wide ones for thicker sprues. So these are more for your thinner sprues, but good set of pliers. Also, I haven't tried them out yet. Let me know in the comments below if you have tried these out yet. But I've seen these in the hobby lobby section for the models, and these are actually for the windows, for your glass. They're files, so you can, whenever you cut your sprue off, instead of it like splitting and having like the leftover remain of the sprue on there, even though however much you try to mess with it, this actually files them down. And I can tell there's definitely a texture on here. So I haven't tried these out yet. If you have, put it in the comments. I would definitely like to know if they work or not. My father's also wondering if they worked or not. So please let me know in the comments if y'all have tried those out, if they work, if they're complete garbage. I mean, just let me know. And if you do a lot of custom work, like getting stuff down to size, a good cutting mat that gives you angles and measurements is a must. So that way you either can do that, or I mean, I would suggest a cutting mat in general, but you can do that or get you a metal ruler, so that way you have a good guide point on making exact cuts and having a good set of files to be able to file things down. And I got those from, I believe it was Michael's. I think they were $20 or $22 for all 5. I just like these because they have the little silicone rubber handles on them. They're not just like straight files. I do have a set of just straight files laying around here somewhere. Lord, I don't even know where they're at right now. But all that stuff, and I mean, there's plenty more. If you see something and then you know it's going to make your life 10 times easier, I definitely recommend to get it. Even if you think you're only going to use it a couple times, you're going to want to have it whenever you need it, because there's going to be that one time you don't, and you're going to have to go all the way to the store just to get a couple files or some needle nose pliers. Also, if you're big into decals, I would highly suggest getting you some Mr. Mark softener and setter for decals. It's super helpful. It helps you get the air bubbles out. nice, clean, smooth, flat surface on your decals. But yeah, this stuff works pretty good. I got this stuff from my father just to try it out, and I've only used it once, and I mean, it is a complete game changer. So definitely try that stuff out. Definitely try the other stuff out also. So that's going to be it for tips and tricks for today. But before we head back, we want to go over the Honda Civic, which I'm extremely excited about. It has came a long way. Still have a lot more sanding to do, but I've gotten this driver's side all buttoned up. And yes, this is a driver's side, as a right-hand drive. I've gotten this pretty good. There's still some where the actual trim molding needs to be sanded down a little bit more and scored. I've marked some spots that still need putty to fill in. There's another spot right there. Just needs overall cleaning up because I see there's some inside the license plate. This right here has been my main concern, just because I'm gonna have to keep filling and sanding until I can get all that filled in. But for the most part, it's coming together really nicely. This is actually my first time using the spot putty this much to do a wide body kit. And I'm only doing it because it didn't fit exactly flush how I would like it. So super excited about that. I'm gonna be using the Kaleido paints on this from Gallery. We're gonna be going with the diamond white metallic paint, and I think it's gonna come out really nice. We still have yet to yeah, a lot of supports, but we have still yet to take all the sprues and supports off of this. But this is going to be our rear mounted wing. It's pretty much going to go like that off of the back of it, probably sit a little bit lower. So this is pretty much going to be an all-out track build. So that's kind of what the body kit resembles, being that it's got the air vents and stuff for the wheels. So super excited about that. Can't wait. Like I said, we got the Supra coming up. We're going to start seeing more and more videos on the Supra. I'm going to be doing the RB26 motor with the turbo. I think it's going to come out really, really nicely for ACME. It better. But I got high expectations for myself when it comes to this. Sometimes too high. But yeah, so that's going to be it for tips and tricks for today. Let's go ahead and head on back. All right, guys, that's going to be it for this one. I appreciate all you guys tuning in today. If you haven't yet and you want to see more of this ugly mug, like, subscribe. Please leave me some comments. Like I say before in all my videos, love the comments, love the support. And until next time, always remember, your garage, your rules. See you next time.